It is us. We are back. Nick and Knarf, two brothers in Tucson, bringing you tunes from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond both ways. And today, I want to warn you about an invasion. It's a British invasion. Watch, look over your shoulder. You never know who's coming.
The British are coming. The British are coming.
That's right.
It's the Kinks.
Yeah.
One of the greatest bands of the British invasion. In fact, Nick and I were just talking about it. Maybe the greatest band of the great bands of England who came out that never rose to the kind of acclaim in the music industry as they probably should have. And they had such amazing hits. They were formed in 1962 and they played through 1997 with talk about always reuniting, and then it never really happened or anything. But God, so many great songs, so many great albums. And we've got three wonderful tunes from the different eras of the 60s and into the 70s, maybe their peak time. But hey, even into the 80s and 90s, they had great stuff.
I know. I was just thinking of Lola. I forgot about Lola.
Forget about Lola. You got Sunny Afternoon. You've got Victoria. You've got Muswell Hillbillies. I mean, so many great songs. But we got three wonderfuls that are really iconic from the band, and we're going to get ready to share it with you today. But before we do, we'd like to invite you to please subscribe, like, and share. If you have not, be a part of the tribe because we care for your ears. And to all our subscribers, we always want to thank you very much for everything. So, without further ado, I'm not going to get into a lot of detail. We're going to leave some info in the notes below. You can find out more about the Kinks. But we're going to start with, this was Nick's selection. I asked him, what Kinks song, especially early one, did you really like? And this is his choice. So here it is from 1965. It was a single in the UK following Tired of Waiting, and in the US, rose to number 23. Here it is, Set Me Free.
All you gotta do is set me free, free, free. Set me free, little girl. All you gotta do is set me free, little girl. You know you can do it if you try. All you gotta do is set me free, 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 free. I don't want no one if I can't have you to myself. I don't need nobody else. So if I can't have you to myself, set me free, set me free, oh set me free, little girl. All you gotta do is set me free, little girl. You know you can do it if you try. All you gotta do is set me free. If I can't have you to myself, I don't need nobody else. So if I can't have you to myself, set me free, set me free, oh set me free, little girl. All you gotta do is set me free, little girl. You know you can do it if you try. All you gotta do is set me free, 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 set me free. Oh, set me free.
Well, Mickey, what is it about that song that really catches you?
You know that there's that real early transition note, literally the second line, that just draws me right into this song.
It is, those early Kinks songs really were kind of the ilk of all the British stuff that was coming, because that was like the tenor of the music as the British made the invasion, the Beatles, the Stones, and then the Kinks were always in a state of evolution. I mean, you listen to their music over the years, and then even during the same period. Oh, and they were one of the early bands to put out a greatest hits album like after 3 years or 4 years. Remember, we had their Kinks Greatest Hits, and then there was the Love Lovin' Spoonful did a greatest hits, and the Bee Gees put out like a greatest hits, like in 1968.
Bee Gees? I don't remember that
Do you remember the album? It had all the big hits early on.
Wow.
You know? But that was a really interesting phenomenon. But that's when I first had that album and we heard this song. But what a tasty song.
Yeah, I love this. It's just, they always came out with, and then all of a sudden they have something kind of light and mellow. Very cool.
Glad you enjoyed us. And by the way, leave us your comments. Let us know about your Kinks experience. Did you ever get to see the great Davies brothers together singing and playing? And what's your favorite songs? Just let us know. Okay, now the second song we're going to do is from 1971 and the album Muswell Hillbillies. And it's where the band started exploring more of an acoustic sound and introducing some other kind of instruments into their stuff to give it more of an unplugged feeling. This is one of my absolute favorite songs, and I know it's Nick's too. It rose to it never really charted very well. It rose to 106 on the album charts.
Blow me away.
But FM radio picked it up and made this thing popular. Here it is from 1971. It's 20th Century Man.
Of machinery, a mechanical nightmare. The wonderful world of technology, napalm, hydrogen bomb, biological warfare. This is the 20th century, but too much aggravation. It's the age of insanity. What did become of the green peasant fields of Jerusalem? Ain't got no ambition. I'm just disillusioned.
Going downtown to look for a job.
Mama says she can't understand me. She can't see my motivation. Just give me some security. I'm a paranoid schizoid product of the 20th century. You keep all your smart mountain riders. Give me William Shakespeare. You keep all your smart modern fingers. I'll take Bam Bam Dish and the Vinci Game. Girl, we gotta get out of here. We gotta find a solution. I'm a 20th century man, but I don't wanna die here. Yeah, we gotta get out of here. We gotta find a solution. I'm a 20th century man, but I don't wanna be here. I was born in a welfare state, ruled by bureaucracy, controlled by civil servants and people dressed in grey. Got no privacy, got no liberty, 'cause the 20th century people took it all away from me.
I love that part.
myself shot down. Some trick, a happy policeman. Gotta keep a hold of my sanity. I'm a 20th century man, I don't wanna die.
And they did finally find a solution. In the late 90s, they took the Haley Bop Comet and just kept on going.
What a great song. Isn't that so tasty?
When that keyboard comes in, man, oh, so
everything
good.
about it is just exquisite. The snarky sarcasm, the paranoia, the nuttiness. And this is, it was kind of reminiscent. Some of that slide guitar work reminds me a lot of Rod Stewart's Maggie, Every Picture Tells a Story album.
Yeah.
It has that kind of quality, but boy, this song is so tasty, so unique. The lyrics are entertaining. And God, the musical
that
arrangement.
was Ray, right? Singing?
Ray's the one who sings. Yeah,
Okay.
Dave is the guitarist. But what a gorgeous song. I love this song. Never a big hit, but who gives a crap? It is awesome. And I hope you enjoyed it. Leave us your comments because it is one of the best by the Kinks. Okay, now we are going to conclude our tribute to the Kinks with a song which for me is one of their most fine anthems and hard to believe this song never even charted, but it may be one of the most beloved songs by them. I know they play it a lot in concert. It's from 1972 from the album Everybody's in Show Biz, and it's their great anthem, and it's a song that Nick and I can relate to.
Oh, yeah.
It is called Celluloid Heroes. Here we go.
Everybody's a dreamer.
True.
And everybody's a star. And everybody's in movies. Doesn't matter who you are. There are stars in every city, in every house and on every street. And if you walk down Hollywood Boulevard, their names are written in concrete. Don't step on Greta Garbo as you walk down the boulevard.
Greta Garbo.
She looks so weak and fragile. That's why she tried to be so hard. But they turned her into a princess and they sat her on a throne. But she turned her back on stardom because she wanted to be alone. You can see all the stars as you walk down Hollywood Boulevard. Some that you recognize, some that you've hardly even heard of. struggled for fame. Some who succeeded and some who suffered in vain. Rudolph Valentino looks very much alive.
Going back.
He looks up ladies' dresses as they sadly pass him by. Avoid stepping on Bela Lugosi, 'cause he's liable to turn and bite. But stand close by Betty Davis, because hers was such a lonely life. If you covered him with garbage, George Sanders would still have style. And if you stamped on Mickey Rooney, he would still turn round and smile. But please don't tread on dearest Marilyn, 'cause she's not very tough. She should have been made of iron or steel, but she was only made of flesh and blood. You can see all the stars as you walk down Hollywood Boulevard. Some that you recognize, some that you've hardly even heard of. People who worked and suffered and struggled for fame. Some who succeeded and some who suffered in vain. Everybody's a dreamer, and everybody's a star, and everybody's in showbiz. It doesn't matter who you are. And those who are successful, be always on your guard. Success walks hand in hand with failure along Hollywood Boulevard. I wish my life was a non-stop Hollywood movie show. A fantasy world of celluloid villains and heroes. Because celluloid heroes never feel any pain. And celluloid heroes never really die. You can see all the stars as you walk along Hollywood Boulevard. Some that you recognize, some that you've hardly even heard of. People who worked and suffered and struggled for fame. Some who succeeded and some who suffered in vain. La 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 la, la 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 la. Oh, celluloid heroes never feel any pain. Oh, celluloid heroes never really die. I wish my life was a non-stop Hollywood movie show. A fantasy world of celluloid villains and heroes. Because celluloid heroes never feel any pain. And celluloid heroes never really die.
Sure brings back a lot of memories walking down Hollywood
God,
Boulevard.
yeah. Seeing,
Most of them, they're all on the north side of Hollywood.
oh, they're on
Boulevard.
both sides. Yeah, both
Are they on
sides.
both now?
On both sides,
Okay,
yeah.
but it's funny. More traffic was always on the north side of Hollywood.
Because you know why? Those were where the major theater was. The Mann's Theater was on the north side. The Pantages was on the north side of the street on Hollywood Boulevard. But they have them on both sides, and they are intermixed. It isn't just movie stars. Obviously, it's recording
all sorts of
stars,
people.
TV stars, other celebrities. But God, this song just captures the nostalgia of
Yeah.
old Hollywood and the aura of being there in Hollywood, especially in the 70s when this still was the heyday of the Hollywood studios and all that stuff. And the memory was short, not long ago, where those stars were really big and important. You know, George Sanders, a great
We would walk down there and go, who's that guy or who's that guy? I remember that. Frank we went to high school together, but he graduated in 69. So in 70, a lot of times after basketball practice, I hitchhiked down Hollywood Boulevard all the time. And I'd hitchhike up La Brea, and then I'd get out and have to probably walk, and I remember seeing all the names there. And even though you've done that walk millions of times, you can't help but just look down at the names as you're going,
It's really a special thing about Hollywood. One of the few special things nowadays with the way things are going, but still a wonderful thing. And this song is a gorgeous, gorgeous, nostalgic tribute to the great heyday, and done with such tenderness and affection for all the stars. Again, another variation of the sensibility of Ray Davies, who was the heartbeat of the whole band.
And I'm assuming, they were at Capitol Records probably, and then they went for a walk, and then they'd walk down Hollywood Boulevard.
That's
and
right.
Look down at the names.
And it goes, the Walk of Fame goes all the way to Highland, about another 2 miles away from the Capitol Record Building. I don't know if it's that far,
in those
but
days,
it's pretty far.
The Brown Derby was right there.
No, the Brown Derby was down on Wilshire.
No, what was that? No.
Yeah, Brown Derby restaurant.
Hollywood. No.
Hollywood and Vine was different.
No, there was
Capitol Records right out of the corner there.
Yeah, but there was like a Brown Derby. What was that one? That was right across from like a big store we go to. It was like
there was Fredericks of Hollywood. Remember the big store?
Is that what it was? But
the Brown Derby is actually down on Wilshire. They thought it was it was kind of over there, but
I thought
it's
there was
always
another
related
one.
with Hollywood. But one of those icons too. If you get to Hollywood, you got to take the Walk of Fame, though. That's for sure.
You never knew who you were going to see. I saw George Harrison on Hollywood Boulevard. I mean, can you believe it? With the the
Vishnu,
what were those,
the Hare Krishnas.
Hare Krishnas. They were bald, and they'd be handing a, and
it was a wonderful era back in those days. And
you never know who you're going to see.
And it captured the imagination of us kids, that's for sure. But the Kinks really captured it too. What did you think of Celluloid Heroes?
It really was a great song, isn't it?
Just a great song. What did you guys think of it? Leave us your comments. Let us know about your Kinks experience. Hope you enjoyed our tribute to the Kinks today. And if you did and you haven't, please subscribe. Hit the like icon for us either way, because it helps promote the video. Share it. And Nick always says what?
Hey, hit that notification bell.
That little bell, yeah.
That's the good one, because it lets you know we're there.
That's right. Anyway, we want to thank you again for joining us today, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time on another episode of Nick Knarf, and God bless the Kinks.
You never know. We'll be right back before you know it. It's kind of like a bad dream. But you know what? Keep looking, and we'll keep ringing your ears with great music.
That's right. Peace out to all, and ciao bambini.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.